I got this one-step Polaroid that I found in my mom's basement. So I went out and I bought a pack of Polaroid 600 film, and I thought I'd come out and get a shot of this power plant because it's one of the few things that are worthy of the measly 8 pictures you get out of this thing. You know, you're out $2 every time you take a picture. This has roughly the same focal length as the 15 or the 17 millimeter on our Micro Four Thirds if we put it into a square format, you know, 1x1. So I'm going to take the same pictures with my E-M1 Mark II with this one step. You push this little button here, and then the front pops up like this. And then there's the shutter button and the viewfinder. This is a Polaroid One. Has a 100 millimeter lens on it, but because the film is a 60 by 60, you know, it gets knocked down to like a 35, 40 millimeter equivalent is what I've read. And that seems to bear out. All right, there we go. Hopefully that comes out. And unless there's a pterodactyl or UFO, I don't know if I'm going to take another picture with this today. I don't even like to pay for parking at $2 an hour. Never mind per picture. God, now where do you put these? I mean, it's not developed yet. I mean, I know it's only $2, but it feels like a piece of gold. Let me put my 17 millimeter. Actually, I got my 15 millimeter body cap lens. Let me put that on and take a shot of this. That's pretty close to the same field of view, I think, as the Polaroid, and it's a plasticky lens too. I think the lens in the Polaroid is a plastic f8, and the film itself is like at ISO 640. So I'm going to put the camera to ISO 640. Yeah, the 15 is just a little wider than the camera when I'm in a square 1x1 format on the camera here, but let me reset my highlights and shadows because I think the instant film filter does enough of that. And only thing I'm going to do is dial in a little negative exposure comp. Let's see, it looks like about 1/3 would be right. Can't decide if I'm just going to walk around with my TG5 and ditch all the rest of this stuff, or keep working with the E-M1 Mark II. But then when I bring that, I want to bring all the lenses with it. It's a dilemma. You know, since I put this away, I just was kind of itching to take it back out and take another picture. Even though I know it's like $2 a pop, I can't help it. You know, it just occurred to me there's a tripod mount on the bottom of this, and I have a tripod. Maybe I can do a self-portrait somewhere here. I think I have to face this way because, and this has a self-timer and a flash. So maybe what I can do is I'll go ahead and face into this background here that's very backlit, but there's no light coming onto my face, and I'll use the fill flash and see how that looks. All right, I found my ND filters. They were in my bag after all, and I had all the right step rings to put it onto my 17 millimeter f1.8. And now I'm just going to walk around and see if I can find a composition, and we'll try and do maybe a 30-second or 1-minute exposure, see how far we can get in this kind of light. I guess while we're waiting for my long exposure to finish, it's going through the black frame now. You can kind of take a look at my Polaroids. This, man, they take forever to develop. I think they were saying like 15 to 20 minutes, you know, because they still look too light. Maybe it's overexposed. My selfie came up pretty good. Yeah, I got the fill flash in, I got the background. Not bad. Screen, oh, hey, our long exposure finished, so let's go back to that. Oh, there's a fish here. I think this guy caught it over here. I think I'll try and get some birds in flight shots, but I think there's more birds on that side, seagulls and ducks and stuff. Somebody feeding the ducks over here. Won't be long before the seagulls come in. It's funny how these ducks, they wag their tails when they get excited too. I've taken this 75 to 300 out on my Pen PL8, my EM10 Mark II, my Pen F. It's like a new lens on this EM1 Mark II. I don't know how these are coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got one shot left. I like this one of the duck flying off. Or, no, that's a geese. Savage Geese. One of my favorite YouTube channels on cars, Savage Geese, but this is a Canadian geese, not a Savage Geese. I'm gonna head back to my car, and I know exactly where it is. Someone's always asking me, you know, did I find my car? And most of the time I do. But yeah, city life. That was ambulance, police cars, people yelling at you. You know, the other day, I had some lady like give me a hard time because I was taking a picture of this building far off, right? But in between the building and me, which was, man, probably 200-300 meters away, right? It was really far away. But there was this big open field in between. And, you know, not unlike this over here. I was like taking pictures of buildings back there, doing a long exposure shot, and I think I posted one of them on Instagram. This lady kept coming up to me, why are you taking pictures of kids? I'm like, what are you talking about? If anything, I don't want anybody in the picture, let alone kids. I mean, seriously, she had no idea what I was doing there, other than I had a camera set up that was, I guess, the open field, I guess just people come to with their kids and walk around. I mean, I don't care about that. I was trying to get a picture of the building. Oh, wait. I parked over here. Never failed. I'm in such a habit of parking over there that I just walk in that direction now. But I parked over here today.